pressure in the sense that you constantly have to look photoshopped.
So I don't think even we as a society have really made a decision on what is African and what isn't.
And I said, you know what? Let me just walk into a salon and do the big chop.
They are three of East Africa's best-known television presenters, and their profile puts them at the front line of some of the biggest stories and also on the front line of a passionate debate. No matter the talk about Africa rising, when it comes to hair, female TV presenters and many other professionals generally are expected to look a certain way.
We've tried to push for, can we do braids? Can we do lines? And it's like, no. And we were telling our bosses, eventually you're going to have to allow that to happen because it looks like it's what's happening now. There's a big number of Kenyans who are now embracing the all-natural look, but you still find that a lot of people are very traditional. I don't know what the word is. They have a certain perception. They want you to look like Rihanna or Beyonce or whatever it is, even though they claim that's not what they're looking for. The moment you do something that's out of the ordinary, some of them are very uncomfortable.
I always wore weaves, proper long weaves, bouncy and everything, Beyonce style. And there's always, somebody teasing you on one thing or another. And then when I changed back to my natural hair, and then it was, oh, wow, you look so beautiful, you look so African. But then there was another group of people that were saying, no, I think you need to put your weave back.
To some, straight hair is a throwback to the thinking that West is best, a colonial hangover, and one that can be remedied by going natural. For years, Joy Dorimbira has struggled to emulate a look she thought TV demanded. Then, with her hair and scalp damaged, she decided enough was enough.
I've done weaves before, but I didn't think I was comfortable enough. I always felt like there was a part of me that is missing. So I cut the hair short. I think it was about 5 inches long when I cut it. I got on air with my short hair, and that's when I started receiving the feedback. For once, we have somebody with their own natural hair anchoring news.
More and more women seemingly feel the same way. American market research group Mintel says sales of chemicals that straighten hair have fallen more than a quarter since 2008. In other words, more of us are staying natural, and Mintel says the trend is likely to continue. It's something African leaders are also picking up on.
President Jacob Zuma recently almost got himself in trouble when he said that African women need to stop working so hard to make their hair look like that of the white people. It sounded very sarcastic, but in a way, he was right. Who else watches TV in Kenya and in Africa aside from the people who live in Kenya and on the African continent? Yes, it still looks Afro. Some people say it looks too African, but we are in Africa, and we need to learn to appreciate ourselves.
Of course, at root, how we wear our hair should be a matter of personal choice. Not everyone wants to use their hair to make a public statement. They just want to look good. But for these women and many others, there's also a principle at play. Why should we feel the need to hide away a natural, beautiful look? Kathryn Ogunde, CCTV, Nairobi, Kenya.